destination. My journey is the same as yours, the same as anyone's. It's taken me so many years, so many lifetimes, but at last I know where I'm going. Where I've always been going. Home. The long way round.
Hi humanity, welcome to my channel. This is where we discuss the laws of mind that govern our lives and their higher principle. And it's good to be aware of them so that you can handle the day-to-day stresses in life and create the kind of life that you really want to live. So the patrons get a poll, and the subject today is about some life hacks, that you can do. Because it's, as Emmett Fox said, God couldn't have made it any easier if he wanted to. We just didn't get it, that's all, and we're starting to get it. So these are things you can take and do when things are going on, or, you don't need to go imagine. You just need to be still. And so this is the Star of David, and this has been shown us throughout history. Da Vinci did it in his Vitruvian Man, and he's showing you the two positions of the Star of David. It can be like the cross, or it can be, like the star. These are the two ways you can get energy. So one is standing at a star like victory, and the other one is, where you're standing like a jumping jack, but you got your feet apart and they're, parallel to your shoulders like a jumping jack. And your left hand is up and your right hand is down. Okay, and that's all you got to do. Okay, and the life principle, the eternal life force, will build up in your left hand, and then it will travel to your solar plexus and fill it up. And that, if you've ever seen a picture of the solar plexus, you'll see that it looks like a sun. So that's why it's called solar. So it fills up, and then it starts to radiate out, and it fills every atom, photon of your being, and it starts restoring everything and healing you. And you didn't have to go imagine, you didn't have to go struggle, and you didn't have to go do all this stuff. This is all you do. You can sit and have your left hand up, facing up on your left thigh, and your right hand facing down on your right thigh, and then just sit there and listen to affirmations. It's automatic. You don't have to think about it. You will feel it. You'll feel like a big ball of energy building in your hand and then traveling. It starts traveling. Don't stop that flow. And that's how you get into that state, of you removed the mask, you stepped out of that old state, and now you're in no state, and now you apply the state, you want, which would just be feeling prosperous, successful, confident and happy. Okay, confident and happy. Feel confident and happy. And it's automatic. And when you're in this way, just sit there for 15 minutes or, 5 minutes, and then a few seconds, it'll help no matter what. But if you sit there for a little bit and then listen to the Psalms or songs you really like, or affirmations or anything like that, it's automatic. It's writing it in there. Y'all are singing and dancing together now.
Just remembered.
What?
I can dance. I can dance.
Actually, Doctor, I thought Jack might like this dance.
I'm sure he would, Rose. I'm absolutely certain. But who win?
And it will fill you back up. One of the reasons we get stressed and doubt, and fear and pain and illness, all that other stuff, is because we depleted ourselves from our life source. Cut yourself off from it, and it's not hard to touch it and be one with it.
Always wait 1 hour after eating before swimming.
Because you're swimming and with energy, you're not to do this after eating for at least an hour. Okay, it'll curdle everything. You're heating up. Okay, so let your food digest a little bit, and then you can do it. But you should wait at least an hour, and that's where that old saying comes from. You don't go swimming for an hour after eating. So you go ahead and do some affirmations or whatever you're imagining, something you want, whatever, if you like doing that. And then, instead of just claiming it, or you claim it, and then, about an hour later, go do it. And if physically for food, don't do it for at least an hour. Really, you will make yourself. So it's like you're at the gas station. And you have to fill yourself back up. If you don't, you start getting sick, you start getting doubts, you start the fear, and that's where you've been. And it means it, all the desires of your heart, whatever's there is going to give it to you. Okay? And so you hold it yourself out, you be still, do the Star of David, fill yourself back up, and then you go give it to others. And you'll feel, once you're filled up, that you'll feel it, your right hand tingling, and it will start coming out of your right hand. Those are blessings. It's finished, it's done, you're full. Now go give that energy to others, and it doesn't matter where they are. Okay, you start filling them up. And it's not good or bad, it's right. You can't help but imagine and judge all day. So you just, everybody has right action, and you're pulling from that source. Your mental activity pulls from that source and puts it out there. Okay, so when you're feeling down, things aren't going right, arguing, all that other stuff, just, I'm going to go take a walk, get somewhere by yourself, and go do the Star of David. Fill yourself back up, and then come back out, and it'll be all good. And it's automatic. I learned this from Baron Eugene Person. But you have to learn by going the long way around. And I read it a while back. And I read it like 3 or 4 times. And the thing I really took away from it at that time, as y'all well know from these videos, is there's only unity, harmony, and love. And there's no law of polarity. And then never got to reinforce that, but they are universal assumptions. They're not real. You don't have to let them affect you. Okay? And so you get into the details. So, we go home the long way around. This is what they knew from the beginning. Okay? You stand like the Star of David. And then when Jesus ascended, we went into past karmic law, into the law of love and forgiveness. And this was man taking that life force energy and now turn the other cheek and change your brother. It's not him. It's not how you see it. He always has right expression. He's always healthy. He's always wealthy and prosperous. He's just the most beautiful human being. And you're using that life energy when you're doing these things, and you're sending that out to them, and they're, I forgive them for being that way without distinction. And this is what Emmett Fox was saying, you golden key, you send it to the life force. That's, cast my burdens to the Christ. You're sending it to the light force. Okay, and you have imagination is what sends it there during the day, but it's all automatic. You fill yourself up automatically, okay? And when you're thinking these words, the nouns and the verbs are automatic. The images are automatic. You don't have to worry about imagining, okay? It's the feeling. The feeling is the only thing missing from the equation, and God is all love. So if it's a loving feeling, I want them to be healthy, wealthy, prosperous. I see them as this. I forgive them. Not really dicks. We're all blameless and free. Send us back to what we were originally, and restore us back to the perfect image held in the mind of God. So I hope this helps. It certainly helped me. You get to the point where I've had enough with the imagining and the spiritual stuff, and I'm ready to puke it. I just want it to be perfect. And of course, you want it that way because you came from God and God is perfect. So I hope this helps. It's a very simple exercise. You should do it every day. You should teach it to your children. And then you will have right expression. You always reach higher. You don't aim for good or bad, positive or negative. He's always right. He's right-minded. He has right expression. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. It's true that I never liked my cousin, only because he was not likable. He had a number of good points, I'm sure. I just can't think of any.